Hey everybody, Batman's Kool-Aid here. I know I just did a review earlier, but the other day, but I do want to do a review on this. It is the Vanhelsing Jakks specific Dracula beast, I believe, from 2005, maybe. Yeah, maybe I don't know. But I recently just got this and the 12-inch Dracula beast. And if you want to see a review on that, I'll do that. Just let me know in the comments. But I thought this was a really cool figure for its time, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So, number one, as you can see, he has pretty big wings. Very accurate to the movie. I really like this. I love the sculpt on this, actually. The skull's really good. Here, let's take a closer look. So number one, as you can see, let's get lighting on this. There we go. As you can see, it is very highly detailed, especially on the wings with that, I'm guessing airbrush? Looks like an airbrush. It's just, wow. That's really cool, the patterns. And it's on the outside too. Just very nice. And pretty much, let's get right into the detail other than the wings. So number one, the detail is great. The paint's great. The sculpt's very good. For an old toy, not really an action figure, just a toy more or less, it has a great detail. So pretty much the only problem I have with this is the articulation, but then again, this is more of a kid's toy. But detail-wise, let's look at the head first. So the head is very, very well sculpted and very nicely painted. I really like how this turned out. It looks exactly like from the movie. That gnarly Dracula demon beast. One of my favorite designs. And I wouldn't say it's bland for the mouth and the eyes, because the eyes are just basically, it's all black with a white pupil dot. But the mouth, it would be cool if there was like the 12-inch one had some blood or something like that. It would be really cool. But I'm actually fine with just having it like this. But it would be cool detail. And as you can see, he does got that very bat-like ears. And then he has that very Dracula hair, which is really cool. And it does stop right about there, which is accurate because it wasn't extremely long. And then the torso is kind of plain for like paint wise, other than some dry brushing, which is all they can pretty much do for a cheaper figure. But I think it turned out very nicely. I really like right here how it's supposed to see like the wings are stretching into that, but the reason it's not is because there's a feature, and let's show that off. It does have an action feature, which is if you hold this leg and squeeze it, the wings flap, which is really cool for a kid and kind of me. I don't know, I kind of like it. But I would say the detail on the torso is pretty good. And then you move on to the arms. The arms are very nicely sculpted. You can see all the texture, which is very nice. I like the hands, how it has the 3 fingers and the thumb. Very nice. It's the same on both arms. The legs, you only get one that you can really move. I'll get to that in a few minutes. But for detail, not bad. I mean, it's the dry brushing's kind of sporadic, so it's not even or planned really. It's kind of, you can see on a different place there and then different place there. But it's nicely sculpted. Then you got these fugly looking feet, which is funny, but because they're very small, actually, very small feet. But Surprisingly, he does not. Does he stand? Let's see. Does not seem like he can stand. I might have to get a stand. Yeah. That was my fault. But, and then, pretty much, for the wings, it is one solid piece, basically, because of the action feature. There's no articulation other than that feature. But, like I said, the paint and sculpt's very nice. I really like this texture. Very demon looking. And I love how it continues on both sides. You can see the stretches and everything. Looks like leather wings, which is really cool. And then you got these from the movie, which are... I don't know how to describe these. I don't know what these are. If you know, please leave a comment. They're like... I think they're supposed to be like how the thumb of the wing is. Where on a bat, where it has that point. That extra point. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong. But for articulation-wise... This guy, like I said, this is pretty much a kid's toy. And for articulation, his head is maybe on a ball joint, but very limited. He can only go side to side. He can't go up and down, really. But side to side, and that's even limited. But it's not bad. Like I said, for the wings, the only thing they have is that action feature. And then for the arm, he has a ball jointed shoulder. A single jointed elbow that goes about 90 degrees. A wrist swivel. And that's on both arms, of course. And the torso has no articulation. Not even here where a waist swivel could have been. But I kind of understand because of the gimmick. I don't like engineer stuff like this, but that's probably why. And then for like, this is what I was talking about earlier, where one of it's kind of weird. Because of the action feature, one leg can't go. This can't move. It's pretty much static other than just being squished in. This leg, though, can move up. Which kind of makes it difficult to balance, and especially with the tiny feet. And then all that's left is this knee joint. Single knee joint. And that's it. Like I said, not too bad for a kid's toy. For 2005 or something like that, I believe. It's older. But it's nice. I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, it looks good. And it has a cute little feature where you can flap the wings. Let's see if I can do it. There we go. We can just mess around with the wings. I mean, that's nice. As a kid, I would have loved this. I never got this as a kid, but I would have loved this. And then for size, for scale, let's see. Let's see his scale. Let's see scale. So he's about almost at the tip of his hair, about 6 inches tall. And then for scale, I only have a figure from a recent review right now. And it kind of fits. It's the Wolfman from Jetta Toys, which is a 6-inch figure. So let's see how that squares up. As you can see, not bad actually. Because I think this is for 4-inch figures. But that's not bad. Not too bad actually. I kind of like that. I mean, you can make it look bigger with the wings in certain angles and stuff if you were to take pictures and stuff for toy photography. But like I said, this is more of a kid's toy than anything. And I think it's a great display piece. I do think that it is a great display piece, but that also a kid would love this, because I know I would when I was a kid. But what would I rate this? Probably 9 out of 10. I mean, for a kid's toy, it's awesome, and it has really good detail for a kid's toy. Articulation, of course, is the only limitation, but for a kid's toy, that's not bad. But I really do like this. Let's get Wolfman out of the way. I really do like this figure. I think it is very nice for what the original price was. I didn't get it for the original price, but for being older, this is nice. Really like it, and I would actually recommend it for either your kid or a collector from the Vanhelsing movie if you really like it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So I hope y'all have a great day. And yeah, bye.